There was,
You're not willing to do it.
no, I'm not. That's why I'm here. There was somebody answered the Chronicles questionnaire about the city manager, saying the city manager was going to retire, I think, next August. So my question is that true? If it's not true, when does the city manager's contract expire? You can see I'm not well informed. And what is your attitude once it expires towards hiring him again? And the background for my questions is that I'm concerned that he was found to have retaliated against Maria Monteiro, aside from the amount of money that has been spent on litigating the matter. And I think there's a question of whether we want to have somebody in that position who has been found to retaliate against a city employee. I'm shocked, really.
Ready?
Yeah.
This contract ends on September 30th, 2012. There's a 6-month notice period. I would argue it should have been longer, but there's a 6-month notice period. So by the end of March, the city has to tell him, like the city councils tell him whether they plan on rehiring him, or he tells us if he's going to retire. So that's the 6-month notice period. So that's the first question. The next question is, when you start asking about should we keep him, should we not, that's the city council's decision. So if you look at the Monteiro case, you look at the other cases that have just been settled, which we don't know how much yet. That's a transparency question to get to later. But if you look at those, you can look at the city manager like the CEO of the company, and you look at the council as the board. So you step back and say, one of two things can happen when you have this type of an issue. If it happens at a company, either the CEO goes, or the board goes, or some combination of both. The voters control the council. The voters control who sits on that council and makes that decision. The voters are the ones on November 8th who will make the decision on what's going to happen in the next few years. No, he's not said he's going to retire. A number of people had said that he would rehire him. I think you need to have a really good, well thought out transition plan so you can get what's in his head on paper. I don't know how long that is. You'd have to figure that out, working in concert, and see who else may be leaving with him or not. Because, you know, you have to look at the whole cohort. It's not one person, it's a team. I would end with the council didn't do the best service to the city manager or the city by letting him remain in a position to lead the lawsuits with the conflict hanging over him, which allows a lot of people to do this sort of thing instead of getting a good, straight, quick answer. So with that, I'm going to probably finish early and turn it over to Councilman Reeves. We'll take my extra time.